From the 1st of January 2014, new waste regulations come into effect. All Scottish businesses, no matter how small, will need to separate these key recyclables: plastic, metal, glass, paper, card, and most food businesses will need to separate food waste.
We bought this premises back in 2006. It's myself and my partner that own it, Tracy. We employ around about 30 to 40 staff here, on a full-time, part-time basis. Part of being a sustainable restaurant is sometimes the produce that you source isn't always the cheapest. You want to get a nice cut of beef, it's not going to be something you can sell for $8.99 at 12 to 24 ounces. We do source very locally. We've got about 4 farmers that we use on a very regular basis, depending on the time of the year and seasons that go with it. Buying locally tends to mean you get better produce, fresher, and 9 times out of 10 it tastes better as well. We grow a range of our own herbs. We grow fruit as well. We've got tayberries, blackberries, blackcurrants, cherries, pears, rhubarb. So yeah, we try and do our bit on the easy things that are to grow. Sustainability is one of these things that I think that people really undervalue in a big way, because we have such a habit of seeing the things we expect to see in shops. An important part of our business is having seasonal menus, buying seasonal produce that we can deliver easily, use the right produce at the right time, and maintain your margins. You're promoting sustainability, and you're also looking after your business at the same time as well. It all has a serious impact on your business sustainability and on environmental sustainability as well. I make money on my recycling. I sell my waste oil. I take my drinks cans and sell them to a scrap merchant and get 77 pence a kilo for my aluminium. Fantastic. My food cans, beans and all the other stuff that comes in cans in the kitchen, they happily take all that off you. You know, these are the plus points of the sustainability. When we introduced the wormery, we found that there was a whole educational thing came on for the staff. They were all very interested in some of the processes, and it's like everybody. Once there's a change put in place, it's a we're doing what? Feeding worms? And once you start to get them into it and they see the benefits of it. So one of the benefits, we give out slightly smaller portions of chips now. And why would that be? Well, it's because we noticed that we were feeding the worms an awful lot. And it's not that they were getting fat, they just weren't able to eat it all. Our till system is quite clever, so it tells us how many portions of chips we put out and how many portions of potatoes we put out. So we started measuring it over 2 weeks. And we decided that, right, so we know a portion of chips weighs roughly, let's say, 180 grams. And we weighed all the chips that came back. We knew how much there should have been put out and how much came back. And the difference was around about 20%. So the main protein, or the main part of the meal, tends not to come back. So we started looking at our portion sizes, reduced them, and there hasn't been a complaint. And if somebody wants something, you know, like more chips, they can have them for nothing, because we're saving. That adds on to your bottom line. I would say we're probably going through around about 80 to 90 kilos of food waste a week. We've reduced it down as far as we possibly can. We jumped on the bus when it came to using the local council. Council have targets to meet, just like everybody else. And I guess they're not in it for greed. They're in it because they have to do it as a service. So we thought to ourselves that we're going to give them a go. And as it turned out, in Aberdeen, they were one of the cheapest at the time. And one of the ones that had such a regular route that we're always going to be caught, but it's an important part of getting the service. They always round this way, so therefore we're going to get service. So Aberdeen City Council recycle our bottles. Cardboard, they take away our general waste. And we have a pretty good relationship with them. Even the guys that come along and empty our bins, they're great guys. Even they've noticed the amount of general waste that we're now putting out is less. Because we get charged per bin. My general waste's down, so therefore I don't pay so much landfill tax. So in proportion terms, cardboard is about a quarter of the price to send away to recycle than general waste. And likewise for glass, it's even cheaper. Plastic's the same. So it costs less. You generally have to get it done less frequently because you're doing it properly. So I think there's just effort required. It benefits my bottom line. As a businessman, that's one of the most important things for me. And like most business people, you tend to think with your business hat first. And I'm busy because I recycle. So go and recycle some plastic and some cans, buy yourself a wee wormery. The more successful you are at doing it, and the more targets you give yourself, and the more driven you are about doing things, whether it's recycling, whether it's community engagement, whether it's, whatever it is that tickles your fancy, it's always going to bring in business in the door. So why not recycling? Why not sustainability? People are interested nowadays in sustainability, recycling, what goes on, because they have to do it in their house.
We can save you money with free specialist advice and support on energy, water, raw materials and waste, and get you regs ready.